Yeah. And earlier we had talked about, do you hire a full-time DBA or do we offer the managed services? So with that, Craig, what do you think what are some of the biggest decisions that, a customer really needs to be thinking about when deciding between the two?
Yeah, since we touched on this earlier to some degree, I want to drill down into the cost of downtime. So downtime is more than just your SQL Server is down. It means there's loss of productivity to your organization because a lot of systems or applications are going to be utilizing the data in the SQL Server. There's also financial loss. Probably most of all, there's customer trust because the customers may feel the effects of what happens because your SQL servers are down, whether they're trying to process a transaction or utilize some capability you offer, or because maybe somebody steals their information and now their privacy rights are affected. There's also data loss, and there can be fines that go along with that. And then just reputational damage, because chances are the word's going to get out that there was some kind of corruption or some kind of downtime occurred that caused damage to the company, and it's going to scare away potential customers. So again, it goes back to how much time can you afford to lose?
Yeah. Yeah. What's some advice that you would give a customer when they're in that process of, deciding between the two, or what different managed service providers there might be out there? What's some advice you might give them?
Yeah, great question. So when they're trying to decide of all the different managed service providers that do SQL, which one to go with, here's some thoughts I have. Is SQL Server a true competency? Do they have deep expertise in it? Are they continually trying to improve and refine their processes? Or is it just one of many offerings? What is the level of expertise that their DBAs have? How many years of experience? How many DBAs are they going to assign you? Like in the case of Stedman Solutions, you're typically going to get 3 or more DBAs. So it's not just about coverage in case something happens and somebody's out, but also that collaboration of ideas along with the customer on how to fix the problem. Also, will the managed service provider be giving you any monitoring and alerting tools? A lot of them don't. And you need to think about that cost because they're generally $2,000 to $5,000 per year per SQL Server. So it can be very expensive. And that's a cost most people don't think about. Also, what does support look like? Is somebody going to take your call when you have a problem? How often are you allowed to seek help? What is their SLA to respond back to you? And what happens if it's after business hours? Is that going to be included? Are they going to pick up the phone and call you right back, or are they going to make you wait until the next business day? Again, how much downtime can you afford to lose? Another thing to consider is, are they going to transfer knowledge along the way, or are they going to purposely try and keep you dependent on them? That's another thing. And then last of all, I'll wrap up with, what is the pricing model? Is it a per hour charge where you could be potentially nickeled and dimed? Because consider like version updates, corruption repairs, encryption. Those are all examples of very time intensive activities. And that could quickly increase the amount of budget that you're going to need for that particular managed service provider. Or do they charge per SQL Server and it's an all-inclusive model like Stedman Solutions?